Hi, this is Summer with Summer's Tips and Stitches, and today I'm going to review Premier Puzzle Yarn, and I got the colorway Dominoes, and I used this crochet hook. This is a Hobby Lobby hook, and it is a 6.0. So first I'll talk about this hook. This is $2.99 at Hobby Lobby. They have these ergonomic hooks in an assortment of different colors, and it's a different color for each size. And like I said, they're $2.99, so they're very reasonable and they're very cute. Now, first for me, as someone who holds the hook like a pencil, this hook is kind of uncomfortable. If you're someone that holds it like a knife, it is a little bit more comfortable, but to be honest, I have a really difficult time crocheting in that way. So for me, it's still real awkward. It's awkward in my hand. But I just thought I would talk a little bit about it in case there's somebody out there that wanted to get one. The biggest thing that I've noticed while using this hook is that it doesn't glide very smooth. This is, I thought I would just, show you. This is a plastic. You see how I hold it like this? Like a pencil. And so it's just really awkward because in order to use the ergonomic, you hold up here. Whereas this part is so skinny. It's just weird for me. So if you're someone who holds it like a pencil, you're probably not going to like these hooks. Now, if you're someone that holds it like a knife, maybe you will. I don't know. The handle itself is very comfortable and it's a nice, it gives you a good grip. But the plastic does not allow the yarn to glide over it smoothly. Maybe I'm used to using the clover and the tulips, and I'm used to such a smooth, part. So for these, it's not very smooth. It's not, it kind of feels like it gets caught up on it. Is it the worst hook I've ever used? By no means, but I'm not going to go and buy more of these. I just bought one. I wanted to see how it worked, and I liked it. Here, just one moment. So yeah, I mean, overall, I'm not impressed, but I don't love them, but I wouldn't hate them. They don't, offend me. Just, they're no clover. For $2.99 though, it's really reasonable, and they are pretty. I do like that, which is why I bought it to begin with. Now for the yarn. This is 100% acrylic yarn. It has 328 yards. It calls for 6 hook, which was like, oh, perfect. I'll use this one. Because the truth is, I left my good hooks downstairs, and when I started working on this, I thought, ooh, I don't want to go downstairs, but I didn't have to because I had this one upstairs. And then I thought it was like a win-win. I could review it. And let's see. Like I said, it calls itself colorway Dominoes. This is a Premier yarn. To me, it's not Dominoes at all. Dominoes would be something that I would feel like would be black, white, and gray. I just made a simple hat with it. It is a double crochet hat, and then I gave it a little brim. And I made one of those loose, floppy pom-poms, kind of like the ones Debbie, the Canadian crocheter, makes. And I just thought I'd rip that. I wanted to see. I'm not very successful with pom-poms. Like, if I make it and wear it on my hat, I never have any problems. But as soon as the hats with these floppy pom-poms get put on a kid, they rip them. So I tried very hard to, make it so that this pom-pom wouldn't fall apart. I'm giving a little bit of a trim. But I bet the second a kid gets it, it'll be rough. So yeah, it's just a simple double crochet hat. I'll put it on for you so you can see what it looks like. And then there's my floppy pom-pom. So nothing fancy. It's definitely warm. It's not itchy. And I like the color. I like the kind of the striping that it gave itself. And yeah. I mean, it's definitely not my favorite hat. Oh, that's the end I need to weave in. But it looks good, I think. So this is the hat I made. Now, I'll take this off. While working with this yarn, at first I wasn't really impressed with it because I felt like it was kind of a sticky, plasticky yarn. Some plastic yarns just don't. Some acrylic yarns are more plastic, I think, or it feels more plasticky. This really wasn't that bad when I switched from the plastic hook and used a tulip. Using this plastic hook with the acrylic yarn, it wasn't a smooth crochet. Now, is that a big deal? Not really, I guess. I just didn't go as fast as maybe I would have. No splitting. I didn't have any problems with splitting. 0 knots in the whole 300 yards. 382 yards. It was one continuous yarn. I was very happy about that. It is very even in its continuity here from one side to the other. There was no parts where it would be really thin in some or super chunky or fuzzed out in the other. I mean, it was just very unified. The whole yarn was very nice and smooth. I didn't have any problems with that. It's a bulky 5, so keep that in mind. It does work up quickly because it is a bulky 5, especially if you use a 6. There was no parts where the discoloration with the yarn. All in all, the quality for this acrylic red or Premier yarn was very nice. I didn't have any problem. And I definitely liked how it was a gradual change from one. I also made a little thin scarf with it. It was a gradual change from one to the other. So it didn't have any parts where it looked like, a color change in the middle of the row. So I made just a simple pattern where I did I made this scarf going this way, long rows. And then I did a bunch of single crochet, and then I did a row of X stitches or a cross stitch, bunch of single crochets, row of cross stitch. And it's just a nice little scarf that you can wear like this under your coat and zip up. I'm actually thinking about giving this to my cooperating teacher, the other 2nd grade teacher, this cute little set. She's freezing all the time. So yeah, I mean, all in all, the yarn was, I want to say it was like 5 something for this big skein. It wasn't very expensive. Here I am with my full set. Let's tuck that end in there. I didn't weave in my end. So it's cute. It's very reasonable priced. It's a nice big set. I got this at Walmart. It's called Premier Puzzle Yarn. I don't know if they carry it at Joann's. It's been a while since I've gone to my Joann's. And it really is a nice, cute, minty green scent. Do you see why I thought it was weird that they called it Dominoes? It's nothing fancy, but I definitely would say this is a step up from the Red Heart. And it's very comparable in price. So if you want, because I know I always have knots or inconsistency in the yarn with the Red Heart. You'll have like little blurbs or fuzzy out, or I don't know what to call those. You know, where sometimes where you come along and the yarn's like all matted up a little bit. Nothing. I mean, this yarn is just very nice. So yeah, I really do think it's a little bit of a step up from Red Heart. And out of this full skein, I was able to make myself a nice little scarf and this hat. Yeah, so that is, would I buy this yarn again? Probably. I probably would. I actually would buy a couple more of these, and I actually was debating frogging this and making a little bit of a baby blanket with him. I think it's really cute. It'd be a nice neutral minty baby blanket for a boy or a girl. The scarf is a little narrow, but I think, if you, in Wisconsin, sometimes the cold can go right through your zipper. And if you have this nice scarf here, yeah, I really do like it. It's not my most favorite yarn ever. I'm not completely in love with it, but it doesn't have that plasticky feel. It didn't split. It's even, and it's a good price. And you can get a full hat and a little scarf for $5, which I think is really nice. You could mark this up if you're someone who's selling for craft shows. You can make some pretty decent money. One skein of this and sell this little set for like $15 or $20 and make a nice tidy profit. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm going to be honest, I wasn't thrilled with everything. It was like, oh my God, I love this hook and I love this yarn. But I also wasn't, like, unhappy. It wasn't like it was horrible. This is what I sat down and did Saturday. I went to my P.O. box to check it again to see if I got my packages, which I didn't. And then I came home and I said, well, I got to make a video about something. I said, well, you know what? I'll review this yarn. I bought this yarn a couple months ago, probably like in mid-August. I just saw it on my Walmart shelf. It was new. I hadn't seen it before, so I picked one up. There's no, let's see, there's no pattern in there, but there is one of those rulers again. There's one of those rulers for measuring your gauge. Yeah, so all in all, I was happy. If you're wanting some cute little fancy crochet hooks that are decent enough, these are very reasonably priced, $2.99. You could also use a 40% off coupon and get them even cheaper. So, I mean, they're cute. Are they as good as a clover or a tulip? No way. Are they horrible? No. So, yeah, if you want to buy yourself a nice little treat, or if you want to buy a present for someone, this would be cute. I mean, I was able to crochet the whole thing with it. It wasn't like it stopped me. Just wasn't, it's just not smooth. It's not as smooth, and I don't know how you would fix that. So for those of you that voted for my sister-in-law's little baby, her nephew, thank you so much. He's getting a lot of votes. That's open until November 2nd. And then also for all the thoughts and prayers and the well wishes for Flynn, we took him to a chiropractor, and the chiropractor at first thought possibly his hip was injured or his pelvis was a little wonky. So he adjusted him twice, but it made no difference in his legs. So we then got in contact with a massage therapist who specializes in the lymphatic system, and she thinks there could be, you know, a slow working lymph node on that side of his body. And so she's going to give him some massages, and hopefully that will stimulate his lymph node to do work, because basically she thinks he's got a lymph node that's not doing its job. Now, how she can think that and the doctors don't know after all the scanning and x-raying and ultrasounding, I don't know. But he's not in any pain, so it's not like it's been a big deal. It's just he kind of has a fat leg and he waddles a little bit. So that's what I've got for this video, you guys. I'm trying to think of another video to do for later on this week. I know I didn't do any last week, so I loaded up Peyton, the shout-outs video, and baby Peyton right away. And then this will come out probably Tuesday or Wednesday. Tonight's Monday after school. That's why I look so tired. And then I'll try to do another one for either Thursday evening or Friday. But that is all I have. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Thanks for liking and sharing my videos. Until then, happy crafting. Bye.